you for watching and taking the time to view this video. Excuse the hair and no makeup and everything. I have a little one and he's napping right now. So I'm going to make this short and quick, but I wanted to share a little bit about how I found Jesus and how I know he's real, in hopes that maybe it will help somebody out there. When I was in 6th grade, about 6th grade, I can't even tell you how long ago that was, but anyway, I had developed a kidney problem, and make a long story short, they determined that the walls of my kidneys were not functioning right, so we did biopsy tests and everything like that, and they put me on a steroid so that that could help me get better. Well, it ended up making me very, very big, if any of you know anything about steroids. And at the time, I was very, very tiny, like probably 60 pounds maybe. And so I wasn't familiar as to what bigger people deal with, or what gaining weight, in a fast manner, what that entitled. So anyway, I am on a steroid, and I began to get really big, really fast, and nobody told me anything about it, which is weird. But anyway, that's besides the point. So I'm like itching everywhere, and itching and itching, and I don't really understand why, but eventually I do realize that the itching is because I'm gaining a lot of weight in a short amount of time, which is leading to cause stretch marks. And if any of you have stretch marks, they itch, and you only make them worse when you itch them. So for future, if any of you are gaining weight, stop itching. So anyway, I got really big, and I wasn't used to it. And if any of you also know, on steroids, my cheeks got really huge. My face just blew up. I look like a chipmunk. I can look back at it now, and it is quite hilarious. But anyway, so I went to school with being overweight, and some of the kids, kids when they're young in school, they can be harsh or rude. So, there was a couple rude comments here or there, nothing really drastic, but still enough at that time to hurt me, because I wasn't used to being so big, and I did not like it, and I didn't understand what was going on, and they weren't really able to tell me if they had an answer. They were just trying to find, experiment what would help me with my kidneys. So I wasn't really sure what the road looked like for me. I just knew I was big, and I did not like it, and going to school was hard. So there was a time I remember going back to my room, and I just cried out to God, like I no longer wanted to live, and I just was like, why would you have someone live like this every day just to be tormented? And I don't want to go on like this, and I can't go on like this. So I just cried out and said, God, and just as a side note, I'm going to let you know that I didn't grow up in a family that went to church, and we didn't talk about God or anything like that. So I have no history as far as being grown up in the church or anything like that. I did go to church when I was really, really little, and that was pretty much because my mom thought it was a great babysitting option. So, but I don't have really a lot of remembrance of that. Maybe just the bus ride or something. I get bits and pieces from my siblings, but I don't really remember any of that. But anyway, that is there just as a side note. So I cry out to God, and I'm like, God, if you are real and you are alive, then you will heal me, because this isn't a way to live, and if you heal me, then I will let the whole world know about you. And I was just like, and if you don't, then I'll know that you're not real. I'm not saying that you should go out and test God like that. I'm much more mature now. I wouldn't do that. At the time, that's where I was at, and God knew it, and that's where He met me at. And in my situation, it wasn't long after that. I can't tell you the time frame, but I know that it was not long after that. I was healed of this kidney problem, and I returned back to the doctor, and he's just like, you're fine, everything's working good, it's fine, you know. And I got off of the medicine, and it has never returned ever. And I just know that that was God's way of showing me that He was real, and I praise God for that. And I just want to tell you today that no matter where you are in your situation, nothing is too big for God to handle. No matter what it looks like, He is able to meet you right where you are. And just cry out to Him like a normal person, like bare your heart to Him. He wants you, He cares about you, He loves you enough, and He can hear you no matter where you're at. So, you know, if you're in a desperate situation, or you just want to know if He's real, go ahead and talk to Him and wait upon Him. I can't tell you that He's going to answer right away, but I will tell you that the Word says, knock and you shall find. So don't stop knocking, don't give up, and just keep pursuing God. And also listening and waiting and expecting for Him to answer you. And I can guarantee you, you will not be disappointed. So I just want to thank you for tuning in. Like, share, comment below. Please, no harsh comments. If you don't believe in God, or you're not there, then obviously you're not ready for something like this. So if it's not something you're pursuing or interested in or thinking about, then just no negative comments, please. So thank you and goodbye. Stay tuned. I am going to share what happens next after all of this, after I get healed and I'm well. And I think it was about 8th grade. So like 6th grade to 8th grade, I kind of dealt with all of that, and God had showed up in my life and healed me and showed me that He was real. But I am going to tell you what happens next. Thank you. Bye.